Alright, how's it going, folks? Wits End FL, back again for another news video. So this is not actually gameplay. This is all being done on my PC because, well, we don't have gameplay of this yet. So I'm at the World of Warships Legends Instagram, and as you can see, they just posted this. The III, which if you don't know, Roman numerals is submarine. Fuck me. I'm talking about this guy's comment. Fuck this guy. It's tier 8. That is tier 8. Now, I did look through all the little tiles here. There are no sneak peeks at the ships. Nothing really out of place. So, there's no real hints there other than tier 8 is coming. Jesus, these guys, none of these guys know what they're talking about. Submarines, missiles. Go play Modern Warships if you want that shit. So, I wanted to take a look at PC to know what to expect. And to be honest, a lot of this is completely new, even to PC. What's up, Dakota? Even PC, like if we look at PC, for example, this is the ship list for PC. You see, this is tier 8. This is where tier 8 starts. Now we have the Parseval, the Graf Zeppelin, which is, we don't have that in the game. The Implacable, we do have that in the game. Kaga. These are all tier 7 ships. Every one of these, right? Here's the Alabama at tier 8. Amagi at tier 8. So, if we go down, Kansas is obviously a tier 8. North Carolina is a tier 8 for some reason. Richelieu is a tier 8. So, these, the ones that are tier 8s, they have a ship that is above them, That's not too concerning because there's something that they can go from there. However, there are ships that we have that are tier 9s that we have at tier 7. For example, Jean Bart, of course, that's a premium, but there's a couple of tech trees as well. Let's scroll down to tier 9. Here we go. So the Alsace. Now this is exciting right here. This tells me that there's a good chance Alsace is coming to the game as a tech tree. Now, I'm very excited for the Alsace. I was honestly really hoping it would come as a tier 7 premium, but I'll take it anywhere I can get it. Georgia's a tier 9. Iowa. Now, this is the main concern right here. The Iowa is a tier 9. Now, the only thing above the Iowa is the Montana. So, what are they going to do for Iowa? I don't know. And there's really, unless there's a premium that I'm not aware of, I don't know that there's a whole lot that they could do to throw something above the Iowa. And if they move the Iowa up a tier, that kind of defeats the whole purpose of tier 8. The whole purpose of tier 8, the whole reason people wanted it, is because they feel that legendaries, the gap between legendaries and tier 7 is too much. Which I get the argument. I think it was doable. Of course, it was frustrating, but it wasn't impossible. There probably was a tier missing, but it's like at the same time, tier 7, all of the tier 9s, the tier 8s and stuff, they were thrown into tier 7 for our game. So there's nothing we can really expand upon without, 1, making entirely new paper ships, or 2, moving ships around, which would defeat the whole purpose of a new tier. So what are they going to do for above Iowa? Your guess is as good as mine here. Azumo, I believe this is, let's just go ahead and open that link. I believe this is the Japanese battleship at tier 9, which is a good chance that, yeah, it's like a Japanese Nelson, which I think has 457s. Let me see. Very thick armor. Let's see, artillery. No. Second, here we go. Main guns. No, that's not it. It does not say. It says 203s. I want to say they're, let's check. 457. No. 410. Yes, they're 410s. Okay. So they're the same as Amagi guns, but then you're getting one less gun than Amagi. It's a better layout, but is that going to be better? I don't know. You'll have to be the judge of that. So that's probably what we're getting at tier 8 for the Japanese, I'll show you the Alsace and why I'm excited about this. The Alsace is basically a Richelieu with a rear gun. You got 2 of the quads up front and 1 quad in the back. So you can imagine that. It's 15-inch guns, which is a little small, but the French 15s are nasty, and the quad turret French 15s just work. You know, the triple turrets on the Flandre don't, but the quads do. Don't ask me why. Kearsarge, I'm not even going to talk about that. Marco Polo. This one, I believe, is the Battleship. I know nothing about this. Or no, this is a tier 9. Or tier 10, right? No, it's tier 9. Okay, I guess that's... I don't know if that's a typo or what. It says 406s, and we're getting 9 406s. So, is this going to come with SAP? I don't know. Good chance of SAP secondaries and a smokescreen, probably, if nothing else. We'll see if there's any new gimmicks added with tier 8. I doubt it, since there's nothing at legendary tier. So good chance that it just kind of ends up being an improvement on that. How's it going, Azuma? What's up, Missouri? What is the tier 8 German battleship? I want to say it's the Bismarck. Let's see. Yes, Bismarck is tier 8. So that means there's a good chance that something's going to be coming at tier 9. Let's go to tier 9. Here we go. Germany, Friedrich der Grosse. That's it. That's what it is. Now, if I remember right, this thing has 8 16-inch guns. Yes, 406s, 4x2. Yes, so it's 8 16-inch guns. So this is kind of going to be like a mini Kurfürst. So I'm excited for that. So there is that coming. What else do we have here? Marco Polo, the Marlboro. I believe this is a cruiser. No, it's a battleship. Okay. So this is a... This could be what we get at tier 8. But this says tier 10. So, unless I'm just... No, never mind. IX is 9. I'm just stupid. So, this has 4x4s. So, you're getting 12. But it's only 356s. So, that's going to be pretty much entirely HE focused. I personally think I would have rather had Lion. And I want Lion actually quite a bit. You know, and this kind of, to me, throws off a lot of my tier 7 premiums. I really enjoyed the tier 7 premiums. Of course, I can still play them, but, you know, I don't know, it's not the same if it's not top tier. Musashi at tier 9. I would expect this to come as a premium. I knew they were going to add it, but we'll see. Hopefully this means, yeah, good chance. Good chance tier 7, most they get is tier 8. So, that's pretty much how this is going to work. I don't expect them to change matchmaking at all. Let's see. Pommern. Did I already go over this one? Yeah, no, this is different. So this one's got 15-inch guns. 4x3s. So you got 12 15-inch guns. So we could either end up with the Pommern or the Friedrich der Grosse. We'll see. So there's a couple of options here. Both of them are basically probably going to be Bismarcks. It's just a matter of, do we get 12 15-inch guns or 8 16-inch guns? Who knows? Who knows? Let's see what else we got. Minnesota. Let's take a look at this. I've not heard of this. Yes, this is the up tier of the Kansas. So good chance we're going to see this, I think. This has 12 406s, so it's probably just going to be less squishy than the Kansas. More hit points. I don't expect bow armor to be changing because legendary tier is still 32 millimeters, so good chance Yamato's still going to overmatch everything. Prince Ruprecht. I've heard less things about this one, so this is a battleship? Maybe this is the... I think this is the battle cruiser line. This has 8 406s. I want to say this is the battle cruiser. Yeah, so good chance we won't see this. That's probably going to be another line in the future. Sovietsky Soyuz. This is good chance we're going to be seeing this one, I think, because more Russian paper ships is exactly what the game needs. Largest battleship ever built in the USR. This thing was not built. It was laid down. Never completed. But it was laid down. And they were going to do like 10 of them. It's basically a blood of all stock. It's got still 9 16-inch guns. Maybe better firing angles. Better hit points. I mean, I don't know how much better they can make the armor, honestly. But we'll see. I'm excited for that one. Wujing, Pan Asia. Let's see what this is. What the fuck? They did Pan Asian battleships? Dude, you can't tell me. Oh my goodness. So what's the story behind this thing? 3x4. So 4 triple guns? Or no, 3 quad guns. So what is this in Alsace? This looks like an Alsace. We're not going to see this. Don't count on this. I'm just curious about it. It was never going to be a Pan-Asian battleship. That's the most unrealistic shit I've ever seen. Let's see. The Aegir, Germany. This looks like a cruiser. Yes, it is. We're going to get 305s. 9 305s. There's a chance of seeing that, too. So, I'm mostly looking at the different battleships. That's the most popular class in the game. So the Buffalo, these are all cruisers here. The Riga was a tier 9, so I don't know what they're going to do for that, if anything. Benham, that was a tier 9? Isn't that the one with like a shit ton of torpedoes? Yes, it is. I guess that makes sense. Alright, Kitakazi. Isn't this broken? I've heard of this before. Torpedo sextuple. That's quads. No, that's 6s. So it's got a single rack of 6 torpedoes. That's very strange. Osterö-Gotland was tier 9. Paolo Mille was tier 9. Takshent. So you can see a lot of these tier 9s are already tier 7s for us. So what are they going to do? I don't know. Because there's really not a whole lot of... I mean, this tier 10s, they're going to be saving that for legendary tier. There's no question about that. Republic is going to be legendary tier. Montana is legendary tier. Kremlin's going to be legendary tier. Kurfürst is legendary tier. Conqueror, I mean, you can kind of just see him, right? So, don't count on any tier 10s coming to tier 8. I would highly, highly doubt that. They're going to be saving all these they can for legendary tier. But that's basically, the question of it, right? Is what are they going to do for the ships that are tier 9s that are already at tier 7s? I don't have an answer for you guys, and we're going to have to wait and see to some degree. But there are some ships that we can kind of point out as saying, good chance we're going to see this, like the Italian battleship, the one above the Kansas. I don't know what they're going to do above the Iowa. They'd have to come up with something new or pull a premium. It's really hard to say. Really hard to say. Now, interestingly, black is a tier 9. So, and this has been spotted in the game as a tier 7. Are they going to put this at tier 8 or continue it at tier 7? I don't know. It's a Fletcher with a radar instead of an engine boost, so that's kind of a pretty big buff. Let's see what I missed in chat. Probably looking at the pic, but I can't decipher. A tier 8 ending on a cruiser. It's probably German cruiser Rune, Missouri, the Azuma. Tier 10 Super Bureau. Well, I mean, we've already got legendary tier. Do I think they'll be doing tier 8 campaigns? Absolutely. I think anything that is like the highest tech tree, that's always going to be a very popular tier. Right now it's tier 7, and that's kind of why I play tier 7, is because it's all tech tree. That's where all the campaigns are. We get all the interesting ships. And I do play legendary tier. It's somewhat fun. But the interesting ships kind of get thrown at tier 7. So that's where I kind of spend most of my time. Do I expect tier 8 campaigns? Absolutely. I think they're going to probably take over as like the main campaign reward. Is going to be tier 8 ships. Does that mean they're going to raise the price? I don't know. Probably. Knowing Wargaming, they will probably raise the price just because it's a higher tier. But for now, guys, that's all I got for you. I am going to be going live for a little bit this morning in a bit with some warships. Be sure to drop by on that. So you can kind of hear the new mic. You can hear it now, but I'm excited. Excited, nervous, and unsure of what's going to happen here. But I wanted to bring that news to you guys as soon as I saw that. You know, that's pretty clear. There's no real, they haven't really dropped any hints of what's going on, what's going to be there. I looked at that picture for any hints at all, and I had nothing. Guys, if you have enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like on it. Subscribe to the channel if you are new, and I will catch you guys in the next live stream. Thank you.